चलो guys, good luck. Good luck guys. राजा भाई दूसरे बाजू ड्राइवर है 1 मिनट यार भाई टाइम लगेगा खेलने में ओके साकिब स्विच टू 1 अरे ये लोग लास्ट टाइम मेरे को बैटिंग दिया वही करते हैं वही बोला मैंने रिकॉर्डिंग पे है मेरे से पूछा मैंने कैसे बता रहा हम टॉस हार गए जब माइक्रोफोन बात करने के लिए उसको मैं ये पकड़ा लूँ लेकिन जब क्लोजिंग सेरेमनी में जब कभी उनको I have the set. अच्छा हाँ एग्जैक्टली वो मैं इसलिए वो करना चाहता हूँ मुझे थोड़ा सा इंट्रोवर्ट जो भी जबान दिमाग में आ रहा हूँ या शुरू से नहीं करना मुझे कोई वो नहीं है मैं कि मैं नहीं करना है वो ले लेना मैं कर लेना वो इसी को मैंने मुझे मेरे पास कोई वो नहीं लगती है उनकी तभी मैं टाइटल वगैरह लेकर उसको लेकर आऊँ मैं
Test, test. Welcome back to North McKinney Cricket Ground as we go through photos of one of our brothers, Uzair Patel, who unfortunately passed away at a very early age, was a hell of a gentleman. If you've been a part of NTCA, you would have seen his smiling face and was a very helpful to anyone who needed any sort of help from him. And here's the Youth Academy videos. Youth Cricket, McKinney Cricket Association is doing great work for the youth of the area to introduce cricket to them and also get them ready to be the next generation of star cricketers. The finals of the 4th edition of McKinney T10 are about to get underway. Nexus taking on Dallas Knights. Dallas Knights won the toss and have decided to bat first. They batted first in the qualifier as well. The result did not go in their favor, but they reckon that that's their strength and they want to continue doing that and put up a big total. Also, psychologically, chasing is not the easiest in a high pressure finals situation. The two batsmen for Dallas Knights are walking in now. Sagar Patel, who played a blinder in the previous eliminator game. High hopes will remain of him, and with him is Pankaj Kampli, another accomplished batsman and cricketer. Interviews of both captains have been uploaded on our Facebook page. Go ahead, take a listen, give us a like. Subscribe to the GPCC Cricket YouTube page for these live streams. Dallas Knights versus Nexus, the final of the 4th edition of McKinney T10. Nadeem Beg will bowl the first over for Nexus. He's got a quick arm action. Very whippy from the shoulder. Can generate some pace. Right arm over the wicket. And starts off with a wide outside the off stump. Some nerves showing. Big occasion, big finals. The same two teams played the finals in the 3rd edition. Nexus were named stars in that edition. Same ownership. Nadeem Beg outside the off stump, signaled as wide. Needs to get his line right, needs to focus in on the right lengths and line. Comes back again. This time comes closer to the bat, same length. Driven to cover, well fielded at the edge of the circle by Santosh. Not able to prevent a single though. Could have been more, however, had the ball gone through. First legal delivery in the books. This time Pankaj Kampli works it away on the leg side. The mid-wicket fielder runs around to his right, stops it, but not before the batsman go through for a single. Seems like calm before the storm. The storm could be a barrage of sixes or fours, or could be some wickets falling. Right arm over the wicket, Nadeem Beg. Oh, magnificent delivery. Pitched up. Loud shout by the ring of fielders on the offside. There was nothing from the keeper or the bowler. They might have heard something. It's a telltale sign if the keeper and the bowler aren't going up. 3 for none are Dallas Knights. Nadeem Beg once again, right arm over the wicket. He steps out and missed by the keeper. The ball bounced in front of him. A very tough take because the ball was quick. It wasn't a slower delivery. Just stayed low and was a tough take. Went through Jawad, who's usually very sure behind the wickets. But an important boundary for Dallas Knights. Gifted to them. These runs will matter in the end. Eight for the loss of no wicket. 4 byes given. Magnificent bowling. A full ball. Was trying for the block hole. Past the batsman at a shortish full toss length. But beats him all ends up. Even without really getting going, Dallas Knights still have 8 runs in the first over. You'll take, if he can finish this over off at 8, you'll take that as if you're a Nexus team member. And well bowled again, full delivery. With the batsman scamper through for a single. 9 runs off of it. Nexus would be satisfied with 9 runs in a power play over. But the quality of the over was much better than giving 9 runs. Nothing really came off the middle of the bat. There were 4 byes included, a couple of wides. Again, we were speaking of self-inflicted wounds in the previous game. This time, Nexus would have hoped for this quality of an over had it finished with 4 or 5 runs at max. They feel like that's what it deserved. Some discussion going on about the ball. Not sure exactly what's wrong with it. Ishu Gupta in to bowl over number 2 for Nexus. 9 on the board for Dallas Knights. Right arm over the wicket, roundish arm action, and starts off with a ball well outside off stump, swinging away, but it started outside the line. Easy call for the umpire, another wide, another extra run. All these extras are extremely important. Here's the replay of that delivery. You see Ishu close to the stumps, and then with a round arm action, the ball swings away naturally. This is hit high in the air. Second ball, fielder coming underneath it, and Ramonda drops it. Came in, did everything right to get underneath the ball, but then just lets it off. I don't think he had made up his mind whether he was going to go fingers up or fingers down. Eventually decided to go fingers up, and the ball just popped out. This could be a massive let-off. Ishu Gupta again. And beats the bat. All ends up once again. Pankaj Kampli. Neither of the batsmen are looking comfortable right now. The replay of the previous delivery that beat the bat. Both batsmen looking very circumspect. Open-chested action. Just played all over it, did Pankaj. And left alone by the batsman. A dot delivery. (11) for the loss of no wickets. Again, there's been a catch drop. There have been wides. There have been 4 byes. The bowling's been a lot better than what the score is showing. Even though they haven't gotten away to a flyer, Dallas Knights have. They haven't lost a wicket yet. This time a slower ball by Ishu Gupta. Pankaj decides to watchfully play it. Guides it to the ring of fielders on the offside, but played it with soft hands, so was able to go through for a run easily. We have a feeling that something's got to give here. Sagar might try to go for some glory in the 2 balls left in this over. Ishu Gupta, right arm over the wicket. Pitches it in short and signaled as a wide by the umpire. Tough call this. Again, most of the runs are either coming through extras, byes and wides. Here's the replay of that ball. It's pitched halfway down the track, and yeah, good call by the umpire, signaling that a wide was over his head. Once again, Ishu, right arm over the wicket. This ball does not bounce. This is the second ball that we've seen that hasn't bounced. And this time Jawad does extremely well to stop that ball. Watch the ball here in the replay. See where it pitches and see how much it bounces. See, that just dies down. And this time another catch opportunity. Raimondar comes in and makes no mistake this time. Exact same region. Second time a charm for Ishu Gupta. Gets a wicket. Just did not look comfortable on the crease, either of these batsmen, and this time Sagar holds out. A lot was being expected from Sagar in this Dallas Knights innings, but unable to deliver. Slow walk back to the dugout. Captain of Dallas Knights walking in, Srinath Nirnakanti. He's an aggressive batsman by nature, clean striker of the ball. Will be walking in with a lot of pressure on him. Big final here, would be wanting to perform. Both these bowlers have bowled extremely well. Both are round arm actions. Ishu more so than Nadeem, but the ball skidded on in both these overs. Hasn't jumped up and sat up to be hit. And Nadeem will continue and bowl the last over of power play. Over number 3 will also be his last over for the innings. So important over this. once again skids through. Quick delivery this. Pankaj beaten by the quickish, skiddish delivery through to the keeper. Here's the replay of that delivery. Tried to cut it. The ball was quickly onto him. Once again, ball number 2. Nadeem driven this time straight to the cover fielder. A little fumble allows the batsman to go through for a single. Was hit pretty hard, so well done by the fielder to stop it. But just knocked it down to his side a little bit, and the batsmen were vigilant enough to go through for the run. Srinath now on strike. This has been an excellent start for Nexus, even accounting for the byes and the wides. They've done well to restrict the score to only 15 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Might have even been less than 10 at this stage had they not bowled those wides, or that 4 bye runs hadn't gone through. Well bowled again by Nadeem. Dug out by Srinath towards the leg mid-wicket fielder. But since the fielders are all on the edge of the circle, they're going through for the single. Nadeem Beg once again. Another heave-ho and an edge back to the keeper. And 1 more wicket. What a start this for Nexus. 16 now for the loss of 2 wickets. Here's the replay of that caught behind. Another skid, another heave-ho. Just a hairy-fairy shot there by Pankaj. Not his usual self. And pressure seems to be getting to the Dallas Knights early on in this finals. So the gamble of bowling Nadeem's second and final over immediately pays off for Kashif. Good move this by him. Keep the pressure on during the power play. Joined in the commentary box by Rehan Papa. The heart and joy of the McKinney Super League had been missing throughout the group stages. Was enjoying himself all over the US. Dirtying the waters of Florida. Nadeem again to the new man in once again. Ball skids through. Seems to be the theme so far. Fast, roundish arm deliveries skidding through. Let's watch this on replay. There we go, the replay once again. As you see, ball skids through, not bouncing as much as the batsman expect. This time, a foolish delivery. The batsman, as soon as he played it, ran for the run. Had that been picked up cleanly by Viraj, might have been close. What an excellent spell this by Nadeem. He's done with his 2 overs, 1 wicket, 9 runs conceded. Would prove to be a match-winning spell this, if Nexus can go on to win this game. What a fantastic start for Nexus. Only 17 of 3 overs. That's less than 6 runs an over. And to think of it, the bowling's actually been better than what the runs are on the board. Viral Patel now into the attack. Power play is done. Viral Nai, I'm sorry, is into the attack. Usman Bajwa on strike. Right-hand batsman. And shortish delivery by Viral. Batsman not able to pick up the length quickly enough, not able to put it away. That was one of the deliveries that you feel that the batsman missed out on. Hasn't been many of those in this innings. When you're presented with a ball that needs to be put away, it has to be put away in this format. 18 for the loss of 2 wickets after 3.1 overs. Pressure squarely on the captain Srinath, facing Viral's second delivery. And this time bangs it halfway down the pitch. The ball flies over the head of the batsman for a wide. Here's the replay of the previous delivery. Straight down, half, even bounced even before half the pitch was crossed by the ball. They've changed the field a bit now, may change his length as well, Viral. Right arm over the wicket. Clear tactics these here. Viral is pitching the ball back of a length. This was more the line I think the captain is expecting him to bowl. He's wanting him to bowl back of a length, but I think he wants him to bowl outside the off stump. This was the first one that the line was correct as well. Viral, right arm over the wicket, continuing. And this time onto the body, cramping the batsman for room. This is phenomenal stuff from Nexus. Really have put the brakes on the Dallas Knights batting lineup, which has got some really good batsmen in it, but they're struggling big time. Viral Nai, right arm over the wicket to Srinath. This time pitched up. Srinath unable to get elevation. Punches it down to long on for 1 run. Other than the bye for 4 runs, we haven't seen a boundary hit off the bat so far in this innings. And we're into the 4th over. Once again, a heave-ho. And nothing doing for the batters here. Through to the keeper, no run. Wow. Pressure mounting. Every dot ball, the pressure creeps up. And another short of a length delivery. Again pulled, but again not able to find the gap. Rolls to the long on fielder and only 1 run. Magnificent start this. Magnificent over by Viral. 21 for 2. Here's the Dallas Knights batting lineup. They still have big hitting in Norman Castellino and Ajay Masand. Left, Abhiram Vallisamagari is also extremely capable of hitting the ball out, but the batsmen on the crease need to get it going. 4 overs, 21 runs. That's just above 5 runs and over. Just will not cut it. And Ahmed Janjua is the new bowler into the attack. He's also had a very good tournament thus far, has Janjua. Let's see if he can continue this excellent bowling spell for Nexus. Over number 5 starting. Ahmed Janjua, right arm over the wicket and outside the off stump, way outside the off, signaled as a wide. 22 for the loss of 2 wickets or Dallas Knights in 4 overs. $70 runs for Bajwa at a strike rate of 159. And an edge. See, and a boundary. First boundary of the bat, and really was not a convincing shot at all. 4 runs added to the total. 4 much needed runs for Dallas Knights. At 4.1 overs, 26 for 2. And the highest scorer for Dallas Knights so far are extras with 11. Janjua once again, right arm over the wicket. Signaled as wide again. So the tally of extras keeps growing. It's up to 12 now. You wonder what kind of pressure Dallas Knights would have been in had it not been for all these extras. And this time a full toss. Batsman pulls it away, not able to deposit it for a boundary. Wasn't able to get a hold of it. Only 2 runs. These are the kind of deliveries you have to maximize and capitalize if you're going to get a competitive score. Janjua once again, right arm over the wicket. And hit high in the air. Fielder coming around underneath it and takes the catch. Just not able to time it. Hit the outer edge of the bat. The deep cover fielder ran to his right and took a great catch. Here's the replay. Very well judged by Viraj Patel. 29 for the loss of 3 wickets after 4.3 overs. Bajwa walks back to the pavilion. Scored 9 of 8 deliveries. And in walks Ajay Masand. A lot will be resting on his shoulders if the Knights are to even come close to a respectable total that they feel like that they can defend. We're nearly halfway through the innings and they've been able to put up only 29 runs on the board thus far, aided by 12 extras. In the first edition of McKinney T10, Dallas Stars were able to defend a total of 79 that they put up after batting first, but that's not a total that gets defended too often. Right now it seems as if 79 would also be, seems pretty far away for the Dallas Knights team. And Ajay Masand gets it off the middle of the bat, but again not the elevation. Straight one bounce to the long off fielder. Only a single. Results 30 for 3 after 4.4 overs. Janjua continues and beats the bat, knots. The batsman looks for a wide, but no signal from the umpire. Another dot delivery. 4.5 overs in the books, 30 for the loss of 3 wickets. And Srinath dances out of his crease, but the result remains the same. Through to the keeper, another dot ball. 30 runs after the first half of the innings. What a start this for Nexus. So let's put this into perspective now. If Dallas Knights are even to get to a total of 110 overs, they'll need 70 of the last 5. Is it possible? Yes, it is, but it's pretty tough. And one would think that 100 would also be, even a score of 100 would be pretty below par. At the moment though, 100 looks pretty far away. Viral to bowl his over number 2, and he'll be done after this over. I think what the captain of Nexus is wanting is the wicket of Ajay Masand. If Viral can sneak that out in this over, then he feels like the game would firmly be in their favor then. Viral Nai, right arm over the wicket as Ajay Masand steps out of his crease. Ball, back of a length delivery. Flies through to the keeper. No run again. Way too many dot balls in this innings for the Knights' liking. This has been a dominant bowling performance by Nexus so far. And edged over the keeper's head. 4 runs for Ajay. So close, yet so far. 4 important runs. But here's the replay. Again, pitched in short. The keeper was a little over the frame, was just evaded his outstretched hands. Goes for 4. The only 2 boundaries of the bat have come on edges. Viral Nai once again, right arm over the wicket. And finally we see a ball hit off the middle of the bat. Will this get Ajay Masan going? That's gone a mile. That has gone a mile. 40 for the loss of 3 wickets. This was a length delivery by Viral. The first ball that he bowled up to the batsman and gets deposited over long on. May as well go back to bowling back of a length and getting the ball up to the batsman's chest area. Let's see what he does here. Viral right arm over the wicket, and this time misses his line as Ajay was starting to step out. Funny what a big hit does. Another wide added to the total. 41 for 3 after 5.3 overs. Viral Nai right arm over the wicket, pitched up. This time a wide signaled. Viral does not like the call. Ajay Masan had a heave-ho at it. .42 for 3 after 5.3 overs. Extras have been the heartline of this innings. And another edge. But this time they've got the third man fielder back there. Smart captaincy this by Kashif for Nexus. If Viral's going to bowl this length and ask questions of the batsman at this length outside off, it makes sense to have a deep third man. 1 run to Ajay as Srinath comes back on strike. Viral to bowl his last ball. And a well bowled delivery right up there in the block hole. An inside edge yields 1 run for Srinath, who hasn't been able to get going. After 6 overs, well, not after 6 overs, we've got 1 ball to go. 44 for 3 after 5.5 overs. Ajay Masan is batting on 12 of 5 balls. Srinath 3 of 7. Ajay on strike again. And hit up in the air over the long off fielder. It was back of the length, but Ajay managed to muscle that through over long off. He's starting to get going and much needed for Dallas Knights. 50 comes up finally for the Knights. Very productive over the last one. That over yielded 20 runs. They need a couple of more 20 plus overs to make a match of this. .50 for 3 after 6 overs. Bowling wise, Nadeem Beg and Viral Nai have bowled their quota of 2 overs. The 5th bowler has not yet been introduced yet. Bowler number 5 has not yet been introduced yet, so those 2 overs could prove to be crucial. But for that, one of these 2 would still have to be at the crease. What Kashif and Nexus are banking on, that these frontline bowlers, the first 4, can get a couple more wickets and get to the tail before they have to introduce bowler number 5, as this will be Ishu Gupta coming in to bowl his 2nd over to Srinath. And Bose starts off with a slower ball, beats the bat. 50 for 3 after 6.1. So far in this innings, Srinath has found the going very difficult. Very uncharacteristic inning from him. 3 of only 8 deliveries. Once again, over the wicket, and once again tries to power that shot. And misfield by the fielder. Batsman able to come back for 2. Srinath wanted to come back for 3, but Ajay advises him against that run, says no, and I think rightfully so. Just trying to hit the ball too hard as Srinath and not getting any sort of timing. As Ishu once again right arm over the wicket. This time he finally finds the middle of the bat and powers that ball over deep mid wicket for 6. Will this be the ball that gives him confidence and gets him going? Let's see the replay there. Ball was in the slot for him to hit, and finally able to get the ball to meet the middle of the bat does Srinath. For the Knights' sake, he needs to carry on from here. Ishu, right arm over the wicket again. And very next ball, after hitting a 6, Ishu changes his length and Srinath edges it back to the keeper. That was what the captain wanted from Ishu. He wanted wickets from his top tier bowlers, and for Nexus, they have delivered. They've gotten wickets. They do have Ajay Masand to contend with. If Ajay stays there, he could change the game still. But Nexus would be happy with their effort thus far. Smiling face of Ishu Gupta. Gets a wicket after being hit for 6. Perfect reply. Abhiram Vallisammagari is walking in. He's being sent in above Norman Castellino. Interesting decision this. Norman can be a destructive batsman in his own right, but might be a little out of touch, which is why they've decided to go in with Abhiram. Abhiram to face Ishu. Right arm over the wicket again. And Abhiram middles this and finds the gap. The fielder signals a boundary between long on and mid wicket. He found the gap, flicked it away. Seems to be in good touch, does Abhiram. High back lift. Well connected. Good start for him. Once again, Knights need a lot more of these. 62 for 4 after 6.5. Ishu for the last ball of his spell, barring a wide or a no ball. Right arm over the wicket and edged away, and fielder is placed well at the deep third man region. And overthrow results in an extra run. 2 runs for Abhiram. Good field placement this though by the captain and the bowler. Ends over number 7. Score for the Knights creeps up to 64 for the loss of 4 wickets after 7 overs. Some credibility being breathed back into the Knights' scorecard. At one stage after 5 overs they were 30. After 7 they've managed to get up to 64, so they've added 34 in the last 2 overs. This is a pivotal 8th over. Kashif right arm off spin, the skipper taking it on his own shoulders to bowl as the fifth bowler. Ajay Masand is on strike. We feel like something's got to give in this over. Ajay Masand may take this over completely on his own shoulders and get a couple or 3 big hits. Kashif will be hoping for a mistimed shot that goes straight into the hands of the fielder. Either way, just feel like some eventful deliveries are up ahead. Keeper walks up to the stumps. Right arm off spin over the wicket. Kashif to Masan. And Kashif wide outside the off stump. And we get a run out. There was confusion. Abhiram is run out. The ball was driven straight to the deep cover fielder. Abhiram wanted the second run. The throw was a little wayward. Kashif did well to slow it down. And then there was confusion between the two batters. And the simple run out after that. Crucial wicket at this stage as Norman walks in. Abhiram walking back. .65 for 5 after 7.1. Norman Castellino is the new batsman. Still to bat for the Knights are Samuel Parmalla, Saikant Akunuri, Karthik Rajasekaran and Poojan Patel. Norman, once again a veteran in NTCA, a hard hitter of the ball himself. And driven very hard straight down the ground, but unable to get elevation. Single Kashif will take that all day and twice on a final Saturday. Ajay Masan back on strike. Kashif for ball number 3 of his over. And once again, no elevation to that shot. And bobbled by Rahman. And there may have been another confusion, another run out, as both batters were nearly stranded on one side. But Kashif was unable to collect the throw back from Rahman. Wow. A lot of confusion while running between the wickets, between these Knights batters. Nerves seem to be taking. Oh, beautifully bowled by Kashif. Yorks him. What an over this has been so far. This has been a captain putting his hand up and taking charge. This time this ball was pitched short of a length, but Norman unable to find the middle of his bat, just able to punch it down for 1 run. .68 for 5. Phenomenal over so far this by Kashif. Right arm over the wicket to Ajay. Once again in the block hole. No chance for Ajay to get any elevation. All along the ground to deep cover for 1 run. What an over this. What an over.
Come on, boys.
69 for 5 after 8 overs. Ajay Masan's stats. 233 is his strike rate. This is his T10 strike rate, not exactly his in 7 games thus far in this tournament. Last 2 overs. Ajay to face Emma Janjua. And in his slot, what a massive 6. That ball went as high as the night lights. Wow. Just these sixes, however, for the Dallas Knights have been few and far in between. They would have liked a lot more of these. 75 for 5. 27 of 10 is Ajay Masand. He's played a lone hand here. And a low full toss. That's a much better delivery, much better length. And down to the long on fielder. 1 run to Ajay Masand. Brings Norman Castellino back on strike. 10 balls left. The Dallas Knights would be hoping for at least 4 maximum out of those 10 deliveries. Emma Janjua right arm over the wicket, and this time Norman Castellino tries to heave-ho this one. Unable, once again, the theme of the innings, unable to get elevation. Goes down to the deep mid-wicket fielder for a single. I think the ball, the return throw hit Janjua on the face. Unfortunate this. The bowling figures thus far: Nadeem Beg 2 overs, 9 runs, 1 wicket. Ishu Gupta 2 overs, 18 runs, 2 wickets. Viral Nair 2 overs for 24 runs. Emma Janjua 1.3 overs so far for 17 runs and a wicket. And Kashif Ahmed, the skipper, 1 over for 5 runs. It's been a very good effort this thus far by Nexus. 77 after 8.3 overs. And those 77 runs include 14 extras. Psychologically, Dallas Knights would want to get above the 3-figure mark, the 100 mark. Janjua right arm over the wicket to Ajay Masand. Once again, pitched right up. No room for the batsman to swing his arms or get any elevation. 1 run to Ajay. 78 now for 5 after 8.4 overs. Some maximums needed for Dallas Knights. An edge. And Jawad unable to reach it, was a little far away, a little too thick an edge. But learning from experience, Nexus has kept a deep third man for those edges. That third man fielder has probably saved around 8 to 10 runs. 79 for 5. More importantly, only 1 run. Ajay to face the last ball of the 9th over. Emma Janjua. This time that's a no ball and goes for 4. The third man fielder unable to come across over it. These are self-inflicted wounds. Emma Janjua, I think, just maybe sweaty palms. The ball got away from him, and luckily for Ajay, he got some bat on it and got 4 as well. These are important 5 runs. 84 for 5. And gets an extra delivery. And that one's been skied. Who's going to come underneath it and get it? And Abdullah just comes underneath but stops the ball for a single. You feel like he could have gone for that run, for that wicket. Ball was in the air for a long, long time. .85 for 5 after 9. Kashif to bowl the last over, his second over. Bowled a phenomenal first over. Here's the over by over chart graphic for you guys. As you can see, the first 5 overs were very miserly for the Knights. They've made up for it slightly, but still below par. Kashif right arm over to Masand. And Ajay Masand again would have hoped for a better result on that ball, but just gets an under edge for a single. That seemed to be in his slot, but was a bit wide of him. Clever bowling by Kashif, even though he missed his length. His line was a little wider, so Ajay had to reach for it. Norman now on strike. And Kashif, this time Norman able to get a hold of it and just clears the line for 6 runs. Wasn't perfectly timed, wasn't right off the middle, but there are no extra points or runs for hitting the longest 6. You just have to cross the line, whether it's by an inch or by feet. Important 4 balls. There's Kashif once again over the wicket. To Norman in the air. Ishu dives for it. Valiant effort, but unable to get it. The batsmen come back through for 2 runs. Once again, Norman unable to time the ball properly. Wanted the maximum. Here's the replay. Hits, as you can see in the replay, the ball hit the outer edge of the bat. And a desperate dive by Ishu. Good try by him. Kashif once again. And this time, this was much better. Sweetly timed and emphatically crosses the long on boundary for 6 runs. As the 100 comes up, that's a big psychological barrier that the Dallas Knights have crossed. $100 for 5. In the larger scheme of things, at the beginning of the innings, 100 was below par, but from where they've come back from, this is quite a comeback by Dallas Knights. 101 for the loss of 5 wickets. Kashif once again. And another big hit. Norman coming to party in the big game in the final stages. That's a huge hit. This one was, there was no doubt about it being off the middle of the bat. 107 for 5. This is a remarkable comeback by the Dallas Knights. 24 of 9 balls by Norman. Last ball of the last over coming up. Right arm over the wicket is Kashif. And edged by Norman. He will be out. And he's dropped it. The batsman, the fielder did not even attempt it. Norman is run out, going for the second run, but a crucial single given. Knights finish with 108 for 6. From being 30 after 5 overs, they've managed to score 78 runs of the final 5 overs. Again, the total is, according to this tournament thus far, and the kind of batting lineup Nexus has, the total is below par. But you would feel like that Dallas Knights have now taken momentum back on their side. Here's the over by over graphic. As you can see there, the 2 towers in over number 6 and over number 10. Over number 9 as well yielded 16 runs. So excellent last 2 overs for Dallas Knights. Here's the scorecard. 25 of 10 by Norman and 35 of 15 by Ajay Masand were the backbone of this innings. 109 for Nexus to win. They've got the batting lineup to do it. They've done it before in the qualifier game. They chased 112. rather comfortably, I would say. So 109 should be in their wheelhouse, but a finals has its own pressures. We'll be back in about 7 minutes' time for the start of the second innings. Welcome back to North McKinney Cricket Ground here, the scene of the finals of the 4th edition of McKinney T10. Dallas Knights won the toss, decided to bat, put up 108 for 6 after having a miserable start to their innings with only 30 runs in 5 overs. They recovered extremely well to finish with 108. And now Nexus will need to chase that down in 10 overs. Rahman Dar and Mohammad Jawad, the two openers for Nexus. They did chase down 112 in the qualifier between these two teams, but the pressure of a finals is something different. Let's see if they can keep their nerves. They've got the batting to do it. The score is still, even after the heroics in the last 5 overs of Ajay Masand and Norman Castellino, still a bit below on under par. Samuel bowling around the wicket and starts with a wide. A lot of encouraging noises coming from the Nexus dugout. First runs on the board. Samuel Parmalla bowled very well in the game before this, which was the eliminator against the Hellcats. Around the wicket, right arm around. And changes his pace, beats the bat, uses all his experience, going up against the young gun Rahman Dar, a major league player. Beats him outside the off stump. Played all over it, did Rahman. Ball well pitched up, and he's starting off with a slip. And hit in the air. Fielder coming underneath it. And he's taken! Massive wicket here. What a start for Dallas Knights. That was a nothing shot by Rahman. Just checked his shot at the last minute. He should have gone hard at it. Knew that the long on fielder was back. Feels like he was foxed by the pace of that delivery. Wow, ideal start this for Dallas Knights as Ishu Gupta walks in. So this has been a game of momentum swings. The momentum was firmly in the favor of Nexus in the first 5 overs of the match. The next 5 overs belonged to Dallas Knights, and they've carried that momentum here with the first 2 deliveries or so of the second innings. Samuel Parmalla will shift over to bowling over the wicket to the right-handed Ishu Gupta. Here Samuel Parmalla to Ishu Gupta. Outside off stump, left alone by Ishu. Trying to get his eye in. Knows this is a big game, big stage, wants to deliver. You can see the energy change on the field. The Dallas Knights fielders suddenly full of energy now. There's Samuel Parmalla over the wicket. And guided and beautifully fielded by the short third man fielder. To his left. They're all energy right now, our Dallas Knights. Good start this by Parmalla. He's conceded only 1 wide of 4 deliveries and has also taken a wicket. Ishu Gupta, middle stump guard, Parmalla, and another wide down the leg side. 2 runs now on the board. Extras kept Dallas Knights afloat in their first 5 overs. They're doing the same here for Nexus. Beautiful shot this from our drone cam. Just absolutely picturesque. We've got a good turnout here for the finals today. Samuel Parmalla, right arm over the wicket. Back of the hand, misses his line. Another wide. This is breathing life into Nexus's innings by giving them all these extra deliveries. What a beautiful scene this is. Samuel, once again, right arm over the wicket. Beautifully driven by Ishu. But the outfield seems to have slowed down a bit. Might be the dew factor coming in. Don't really feel it when I'm touching the ground here. But definitely the outfield seems a little slower. The batsmen come back through for 2 runs. Look at this magnificent view of the ground. What a fantastic sight this is. People here enjoying the finals. As I said, the weather is absolutely amazing if you're used to scorching heat. And driven by Ishu. Once again, the ball slows down and doesn't cross the boundary. This could be a factor in the decision of this game. Driven beautifully, crossed the fielder, but just stopped before it got to the boundary line. Seven runs of the first over. Ishu would feel that he missed out on 2 boundaries. He drove those balls all along the ground. Might need to take the aerial route to get boundaries here. Saikant Akunuri. Right arm over the wicket, but very different sort of a bowler from Samuel Parmalla. Samuel is a skiddy bowler whose ball stays low. Saikant is taller, uses a lot of his shoulder, gets a lot more bounce than Sammy. Let's see what his strategy against Jawad is. Jawad regained his touch and his form during the tournament and will be crucial here for Nexus. Saikant right arm over the wicket and slapped back by Jawad. But once again, the ball does not go to the boundary, stops before it crosses the line. The batsman back for 2. This one, however, you felt like came off the toe of the bat, wasn't really middled. That was the first ball that Jawad faced in this innings. Saikant to continue, right arm over. He's got a deep third man and a deep cover. Over the wicket. Well bowled there, signaled as wide, but that was a good carry through to the keeper. Here's the replay. As we see the replay of the previous delivery, the ball moving away. Jawad was trying to hoik it against the line. Here are some fans, old and young together, enjoying thrilling cricket. Saikant. And Jawad shuffles around, tries to hit it on the leg side. Unable to do so, gets an inside edge onto his pads, scrambles through for 1 run. But you can clearly see here what Jawad was trying to do. He's seeing that both the deep fielders are on the offside, so he's trying to walk across and hoik the ball over the leg side infield. These visuals being brought to you courtesy of GPCC Cricket. Big shout out and thanks to them for this live stream. Saikant, right arm over the wicket. Outside the off stump, beats the bat, but on the line, signaled as wide by the umpire. Here's the replay. The ball is moving, but he's starting the ball from outside off stump. So if it on that wide line, so if it moves even slightly, the umpire has to signal it as a wide. And now they've brought in a slip. Want to attack and get a wicket. They've seen that the ball is moving. And this time right on the line. This was banged in a little bit shorter, so didn't have as much opportunity to swing. Thus, the umpire doesn't signal a wide because it doesn't move away. Here's the replay of that ball. Started off the similar length to the previous delivery, but because it was banged in short, didn't swing. Saikanth. And again, wide of the off stump. This time, Ishu manages to get a little under edge to it. Possibly might have been another wide had he not gotten back to that. No run there. 12 for 1 after 1.4. So you can see what the strategy from Saikanth is. He's trying to keep the ball right around that wide line. There's a field change now. They bring in third man and push back long off. He might get closer to the batsman now. Oh, he bowls a slower ball. This is hit for 6. Just over the fielder. That was very close, but just manages to escape the reach of Srinath, the captain. So it was a well thought out plan. Saikanth bowled a slower delivery and had moved that fielder back, and it nearly paid off for him. But a game of inches this is. And this time, more pace on it. Back of a length delivery, beats the bat. 18 for 1 after 2 overs. The game still hangs in balance. (18 for 1 after 2 overs. Here's the scoring worm. The Nexus line is above what Dallas Knights were at, but you've got to realize that the first 5 overs were pretty bad for the Dallas Knights batting side. The over by over graphics for the Dallas Knights innings. Abhiram comes into the attack now. Going to bowl right arm over the wicket to Jawad. And flicked away for 4 runs. Off the bat, was on his legs. Not exactly where he intended it to go, but good enough for him. Every boundary puts the pressure on Dallas Knights and eases the pressure from Nexus. Especially if you get a boundary of the first or second delivery of an over. As a batsman, you feel a whole lot better. Your movements can be more relaxed. You can play the ball more on its merit, instead of trying to force something. Let's see if that's the case with Jawad now. Abhiram for his second ball. Right arm over the wicket. Jawad again trying to move across and take that ball from outside off and hit it onto the leg side. He sees that deep cover and a deep third man, and I think he's predetermining it in his head that he wants to go leg side because of those 2 fielders. He might be better served to play the ball on its merit and play where it's at. Abhiram, right arm over the wicket. Magnificent shot. No, that Sky didn't get all of it. I thought he got all of it. And the ball still manages to cross the boundary line. Both long on and long off are up in the circle as mid on and mid off. So a very safe shot if you can clear mid on and mid off. Gets 4 runs. Another fielding change. Now they've brought in deep cover to regular cover and pushed back long on. Abhiram continuing right arm over the wicket to Jawad. And this time, that's a bad line. The batsman is looking to shuffle and hit you on the leg side. If you're going to bowl on the stumps, you will get hit. Here's the replay. Watch Jawad shuffle over to the offside, and then Abhiram comes in onto his body. That's exactly what the batsman's looking for. You're feeding it to him right in his range. And this time he again tried to heave it to the leg side, but because the length was better, he wasn't able to get any sort of timing on that ball. Abhiram now to Ishu Gupta. And he cuts it to the third man region where there's no fielder now. 4 runs. Excellent over for Nexus. And a disappointing one for Abhiram and Dallas Knights. 35 for 1, Nexus after 3 overs. $35 for 1 after 3 overs. Pressure relieving over for Nexus, the last one. 17 came off of it. 4 fours in that over. Ajay Masand into the attack. Mohammad Jawad on strike. Ajay Masand will be bowling right arm over the wicket. Starts off with a back of a hand delivery. The length was pretty far back though, easy for Jawad to pick. But still manages to hit it straight to the fielder with a couple of bounces. Was hit off the middle of the bat, hit pretty well, but just wasn't able to find the gap. Masand now to Gupta. Right arm over the wicket. Once again, magnificent cut shot by Ishu Gupta. Fantastic batting this. He's played back-to-back furious cut shots. Look at that. Here's the replay. That was the seam-up delivery. Ishu got on top of it. Cut it over the point fielder's head for 4. Once again, right arm over the wicket. Back of the hand ball, short of a length, bounces all the way to his head. And Ishu manages to pull it away. Ball hit the top of the bat, so not much timing behind that shot. There's nobody on the leg side inside the circle. Here's the replay. Hits him high on the bat. Easy single though. Jawad back on strike, 41 for 1 after 3.3 overs. And another back of the hand delivery. Jawad checks a shot to deep long on, gets another single. Ajay to Ishu. Right arm over the wicket. That's signaled as a wide. Ajay Masan doesn't like the call, telling the umpire that the batsman shuffled. But the umpire says, well, it was outside the line. It's a judgment call for the umpire if he sees the batsman shuffle outside the off stump, which in this case, as we saw in the replay, that the batsman did. Right arm over the wicket. Ajay Masan to Ishu. Again, back of the hand delivery. They can afford to watch that and just play it out for a single. They've got the run rate under control now. 44 for 1 in over number 4. Ajay Masan, right arm over to Jawad. Once again, back of the hand, pulled away. And that was a good throw. There was a fumble on the at the boundary, but the fielder recovered with a good throw. Single to end the over, 45 for 1 in 4 overs. Here's the batting scorecard. You've got Jawad on 19, Ishu Gupta batting on 20. Still got Uday, Kashif, Viraj, Abdullah, Santosh to come. Viraj and Santosh have been in cracking form. Here's the bowling lineup. Been pretty steady for Dallas Knights, other than that Abhiram over. Here's the over by over chart. The first 5 overs of both the innings so far belong to Nexus. Let's see if they can carry on and finish the game. Here's Pujan Patel. The ball on the legs once again. We've seen it throughout. Jawad is shuffling. Anything bowled on the stumps is going to get hit on the leg side. He's looking to hit that shot. As a bowler, you've got to be smarter than that. Middle and leg, he's already shuffling. It makes it easy for him to play that pickup shot. One of his favorite shots there. Yes, you have the opportunity of hitting his pads and getting an LBW, but the kind of form that he's in, you've got to be smarter than that. Pujan Patel once again, right arm over the wicket. Once again, Jawad shuffles and hits it straight. And he's dropped! He's dropped at long off. Straightforward chance. The catch is dropped. Shoulders are starting to drop for the Knights now. That could be a costly mistake. That could be a game-changing mistake there. Pujan now to Ishu Gupta. Right arm over the wicket. And smartly played by Ishu. Tried to work it. He wanted to look for 2, but good effort by the fielder coming on the ball very quickly. Still gets 1 run. Understanding the situation here, Ishu is. No need to unnecessarily take a risk. Jawad facing Pujan Patel once again. Much better line this. And an appeal. That was very close. The keeper decided to jump onto the stumps himself. Let's watch the replay. Let's see if we can tell. It was very, very close. Ooh, it's a frame by frame. Very tough for the umpire to call that one. Wow. So we've had two near misses in this over. One was pretty straightforward and simple, straight down the throat of the long off fielder who put down Jawad, and then this run out that could have gone either way, both going in the favor of Nexus. .52 for 1, 4.4 overs in the books. Ishu back on strike, Poojan Patel the bowler. And driven straight. Ishu is also starting to shuffle across. Drives it along the ground to long off to get one more run. Has been a good comeback from Poojan after being hit for a boundary first ball. He's adjusted his line well. Smart cricket by him. Has to finish strong though. This is the last ball of his first over. Right arm over the wicket. And a good delivery. Good change. Able to beat Jawad and get a dot ball importantly. 53 for 1 after 5 overs as we watch the replay of that hit and miss by Jawad. Rolled his fingers over the ball. Deceived the batsman with it. Well done by Poojan after giving, again, as I said, after giving a boundary of the first ball. Not only that, he was a bit expensive in the eliminator game. Gave 20 runs in the only over he bowled. So this was an important comeback over for him. Shows his makeup. Because, you know, if you give 20 runs in an over in the previous game and then you come back and you give a boundary of the very first ball, then to come back and just restrict the batsman, both in-form batsmen, to only 4 runs of the next 5 deliveries, that speaks a lot about your cricketing character and the resolve that you have as a player. The over by over chart between Nexus and Dallas Knights. So far, other than over number 5, Nexus, and over number 1, Nexus has been above Knights. 53 for 1 after 5. Dallas Knights had 30 runs after 5 overs. So there is a bit of a difference in the first 5 overs. In their batting innings, Dallas Knights really made up in the second half, in the second 5 overs. Can they win these last 5 overs while bowling as well? Saikant is back into the attack. There's an appeal for a caught behind. I feel like the bat hit the ground is what happened. Good ball by Saikant. Here's the replay. Right arm over the wicket. Stingy action. Ball pitched up. Yeah, I think the ball was inside the bat and the sound would have been the bat hitting the turf. Good ball nonetheless. Good fight this from Dallas Knights. Right arm over the wicket as Saikant. Magnificently bowled. Ishu Gupta is eyeing that cover area. He's looking for that expansive drive. But from the looks of it, it looks like his eyes are getting off the ball before the ball comes to him. A wicket here could make things extremely interesting. Saikant, right arm over the wicket to Ishu. And edged. Edged for 4, is it? Yes, it is. This field placement of the third man fielder could end up being the difference between the two teams. Nexus, we saw, had the third man much finer and he saved 3 to 4 boundaries. While Dallas Knights have had him throughout this innings a lot wider and we've seen 3 to 4 boundaries being conceded in that area. Could end up being the difference. Right arm over is Saikant. Once again, cut away to third man, 4 more. Same region, same result. Knights are missing a trick here. If you're going to bowl that length, if you're going to continue to bowl that length, you've got to have that fielder finer. Important 2 boundaries after 2 dots. Saikant back to Ishu. Beats him and beats the keeper as well. Sloppy this from Dallas Knights. Batsman run through for a single. Frustrating as a bowler when you're doing everything right, yet the scorecard reads that you've given 9 runs in the over. Cruel game, this T10 for the bowlers. Saikant right arm over the wicket to Jawad. Good length, good line. And Jawad just punches it down, powers it down to long on for a single. 10 runs of that over. You'd have to say that Saikant was unlucky to give those 10 runs. Bowled well. 63 for 1 after 6. The Nexus team requires 46 to win in the last 4 overs. Required run rate is 11.5 with 9 wickets in hand, and the firepower that Nexus has, you would have to slightly give them the upper hand in this game. Still, a wicket or 2 could put pressure back on them and create the doubt. Discussion going on between the captain and some senior players. I think initially they were thinking of bringing Samuel back, but I believe the decision has been made to get Ajay on now. .46 to win of 4 overs. 11.5 is the required rate. It's actually Sagar Patel coming into bowl. Sagar bowled 1 over in the previous game, the last over, when the game was pretty much out of hand. Took 3 wickets in that over though. Mohammad Jawad, the batsman. He's batting on 26 of 15 deliveries. Important knock this from Jawad. Sagar Patel plays for Metroplex Cricket Club in NTCA, right arm over the wicket. And Jawad again shuffles, but the ball is far outside off stump, heaves it to mid-wicket. Pretty much throughout this innings, he's been looking to shuffle and play leg side. Ishu Gupta back on strike. And Sagar, this time, slower ball, hits for 6. Back of a length delivery. Ishu was waiting for that. Staying on his back foot. Times it to perfection for 6 runs. Relieving a lot of pressure here. 70 for 1. .39 to win of 3.4 overs. The required run rate has dropped below 11 now. It's down to 10.64. 9 wickets in hand. Sagar back to bowl, right arm over the wicket. And this time he pushes the ball through. The ball came on to Ishu a lot quicker than he was expecting. Hits him high on the bat, but able to get it down to long on for a single. Sagar trying to vary his pace, but when you get hit for a 6 in the first couple of deliveries makes it very difficult to come back. Jawad steps down, makes it fuller for himself than it would have been had he stayed back in his crease. May have had more room for elevation had he stayed back, but nonetheless played all along the ground to deep mid-wicket for a single. 72 for 1 after 6.4. 9 runs already in this over of the first 4 deliveries. Sagar Patel, right arm over the wicket. Once again, Ishu trying to hit the cover of the ball but unable to time it. Excellent running this. Put the pressure on the fielder immediately as soon as the ball was hit. There was a slight fumble which made the second pretty easy, pretty like a jog in the park at the end of the day. Sagar Patel, right arm over the wicket. And guided over the point fielder. Point and third man fielder once again in the third man region, another boundary. .31 to win in 3 overs. 9 wickets in hand. This should be in the bag for Nexus. Again, funnier and wilder things have happened in this game, but if you were a betting man or a betting woman, you would take the odds of Nexus winning this one from here. Ishu is batting on 44 of 23, Jawad 28 of 17. Samuel back into the attack to bowl his second over to Jawad. And on his body, anything on his body is something that he looks forward to. And that went for 6. Wow. They've made this mistake way too many times of Dallas Knights. It's his bread and butter shot for Jawad. He's even trying to play in that region from outside off stump. So when you go on to his body, just makes it that much easier for him to get the power and elevation in his shots for that pickup shot. Samuel once again right arm over the wicket. And this time gets yorked, unable to hit the stumps. Had he hit, would have been a run out. 85 for 1 after 7.2 overs. 24 needed in 2.4. Required run rate is down to 9 and over now. Ishu batting right arm, right-handed batsman facing a right arm over the wicket bowler in Samuel Parmalla. Lumbers in on his stumps, going down the leg side, hits his pads. But as we can clearly see that the ball was sliding down. 1 run added to the total, 85 for 1. Will be 86 for 1 now. Here's the replay. Even though he shuffled, the ball was clearly sliding down. Jawad back on strike. A hold up in play as Samuel ties his shoelaces. Right arm over. Back of the hand. Jawad sees it off his hands, but punches it down to cover and run out. A suicidal second run. There was confusion, and Ishu Gupta gets run out. Here's the replay. Ishu made the call and he came, but because Jawad wasn't running, Ishu stopped, and that stop made him lose his wicket. That hesitation cost him his wicket, and the reason for that hesitation was because he did not see the non-strikers and batter run there. Good fielding, good return. So a little bit of hope back to Dallas Knights with that wicket. You would still think that Nexus are pretty firmly in control of this game, but a wicket can lead to two more, and all of a sudden you can feel the pressure. .87 for 2 now. Fifth ball of the 8th over coming up. 2.2 overs left and 22 needed. And again, down the leg side. Very lucky for Sammy that wasn't guided on by Jawad for a 4 or a 6. Luck's out on that one. Here's the replay. That ball. Sliding down. Samuel once again right arm over the wicket, and that's skied. That's going to go for 6. First ball that Viraj faces, hits it for 6. Brings the required runs down to 15 of 2 overs. .15 to win of 2 overs. What a start by Viraj. Did not need a sighter, has been in phenomenal touch throughout this tournament. Comes in, no nerves at all, and deposits it over long off for 6. Jawad batting on 36 of 21. Ajay Masan to bowl over number 9. Foxed by the back of the hand delivery was Jawad, but still manages to get a bit of bat on it and gets a single. Viraj on strike now. 95 for 2. 14 to win of 11 balls. Back of the hand again. Viraj reads it well. That's the second ball he faces, and second 6. This man is in phenomenal touch, and that's an understatement. Doesn't matter if it's back of the hand. Every batsman has had a problem with it, not him. The first ball he faces goes for 6. 8 to win of 10 deliveries. Seems to have become a formality now. And this time he skies it. Fielder coming underneath it and taken. And taken. Was going for glory. Had hit 2 6s. Was going for the glory shot. But got underneath it a little bit more. Well judged and taken in the deep. Santosh is the man walking in. 101 for 3. 8 to win, 9 balls. Santosh has also been in good form throughout the tournament. Was injured in the game on Friday, so there was some doubt whether he'd play or not, but was able to make it. And a ball that bounces way over the head and run out. Oh, not given by the umpire, signaled as a wide. Here's the replay. Definitely a wide, way over his head. Jawad ran and looked out in the replay. 6 to win of 9 balls. Jawad back on strike. 6 runs left. 1 hit could do it. And skied. Gets an edge. And taken on cover. So that's the end of Jawad's innings. Outdone by the back of the hand delivery. But this might be a little too late for the Dallas Knights. Needed these wickets a lot sooner. Well judged in the end. Ahmed Janjua, the new man, walking in. Switches bats with Jawad. Janjua on strike. Eight balls left, 6 runs to get. And skied by Ahmed. That's gone a mile in the air. Fielder coming underneath it. And it's dropped. And it's dropped. Batsmen have come back for 2 runs. Wow. Might have created some drama had he held on to it. But straight in and straight out. Did go up, did go way up though. Ahmed Janjua again, last ball of the 9th over. And a back of the hand delivery beats him outside the off stump. So we will go into the final over. 4 runs to win. Four runs for the championship. And for Dallas Knights, they'd have to pull off a miracle by defending 4 runs in the last over. Abhiram to bowl and Santosh is the batsman. Last over of this 4th edition of McKinney T10. 4 runs to win. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage so far. It's been a thrilling tournament. These were the two best teams out of the group stage. They're playing in the finals, and Nexus are 4 runs away with 6 balls left. Right arm over the wicket, Abhiram, and hits him high up on the thigh pad. The batsman scamper through for 1 run. It's 3 runs to get, 5 balls left to get them in. Seems pretty improbable for the bowling side to be able to defend this. Again, we'll wait for the fat lady to sing, but Nexus seems well on their way to hoisting the cup. Emma Janjua back on strike. They're calling in the fielder from the offside. There's nobody on the boundary on the offside. If he can clear the infield, he might get a boundary. And is beaten. And run out. Still more drama to go. Wow. Beat the bat. Santosh decided to run because the keeper dropped the ball. But a direct hit and another wicket. So Nexus seem to be making a game of it themselves. 3 runs, 4 balls, 5 wickets in hand. The wickets are not going to be an issue. But the fact is that new batsmen have to come in, and it's not as easy to hit those balls out. The captain decides to come out himself now. Kashif Sayyad Ahmad has decided enough is enough. I'm going to go in and try to end this. Well. We asked for a bit of drama. We're getting it. Three runs of 4 balls. You still have to say it's highly improbable that Dallas Knights pull this off. But again, it's gotten closer. They've pushed a fielder back on the offside as they realize Kashif is a proper bat. Right arm over the wicket is Abhiram. And well driven through the fielder. Will this be 2? No. Kashif says no to Janjua. Was well driven all along the ground. 2 runs now left. 3 balls. If the scores are tied, we're going to get a super over. Still, you'd have to say that Nexus are in the driving seat. They should be able to manage 2 runs of 3 balls. They've got 5 wickets in hand, so the wickets are not an issue. Has been a lot closer than we expected, though. Janjua on strike. Abhiram right arm over the wicket. What length will he bowl here? Short ball, skied up. Will this be taken? No! Going back for the second. And missed! Nexus have won the 4th edition of McKinney T10. After coming up short the last couple of times, they finally managed to cross the line. McKinney T10s are the champions of the 4th edition. Nexus are the champions of the 4th edition of McKinney T10. Congratulations to Nexus and congratulations for Dallas Knights for making the finals. Thank you all for watching, and a huge shout out to GPCC Cricket for the live stream. We will be right back. Stay tuned for the award ceremony. Thank you.
वो कैमरा ले जाना पड़ेगा, वो करीब ले जाना पड़ेगा। नहीं वो शुरू कर रहे हैं, मैं करता हूँ। आप उसको छोड़ो, आप ये ले जाओ उधर। एक सेकंड ला रहे हैं, 1 मिनट। अजीज भाई थोड़ा क्या कह रहे हैं, ये ले जाना उसकी। लेकिन
guys turn the table this way.
बाबा बाबू चाचू कहाँ है?
ये मैंने चार्ज कर दी, कितनी रेंज है इसकी?
किसकी?
इसकी
इस बैटरी की?
नहीं, हाँ ये नहीं, ये माइक सिस्टम।
मुझे नहीं पता,
ले जा।
मैंने कभी चेक नहीं किया। बोल हेलो हेलो हेलो।
नहीं पहले लगा तो देंगे।
इसके अंदर लगाना पड़ेगा, 1 मिनट। हेलो 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 हेलो। हेलो हेलो हेलो।
Welcome and thank you everyone for joining us in the closing game for this year's McKinney T10, the 4th edition. Congratulations to Nexus for winning this year's tournament. And hard luck to Dallas Knights. You put in a good display. It was an amazing match. We saw a lot of drama towards the end of the game, but everybody really enjoyed and loved the game.
Guys, आप लोग please.
I just wanted to let you guys know that this being the 4th edition, we've actually advanced from last year's 18 participation to 11. So, you know, we've seen a lot of progress in the tournament itself. But again, this could not have been done without the hard work and effort put in by the officials. I'm going to start off with Aziz Saval and Imran Ashraf, who are the main organizers of this tournament. So great hats off to them for organizing such a tournament. That said, I am going to start off with giving out the medals for the officials, without whom this match or this tournament would not have been an easy feat to cover. So starting off with the officials, I am going to call upon the umpires for today's games. I have Kiran and Chetan Patel. Can you please come forward and receive your medals? And Mr. Fazia Abbasi is going to be presenting those medals. Thank you very much again. Fazia Abbasi, if you could stay over here. I'm going to call upon the official scorers of the tournament. Saad Taimuri. Atil Pervez. And then I have Awais Flies, if he's present. Awais, can you come and take his medal in his place, please? Thank you. Okay, now I'm gonna call upon all the officials, including the volunteers who've helped out in the tournament. Starting off with Aziz Saval. Imran Ashraf. Sayyid Kashif Ahmed. Head of the umpiring committee, Awais Shahid. Rehan Ishrat. Tala Ansari, who was also our official commentator. Asad Sarfaraz. Darshan. Farhan Adil. Hamdan. Hamad Ahmed. A.K.A. Shori. I have Nadir Khan. Tariq Jabbar. And next, I'm going to call upon Athar Naki to present the Man of the Man award for the final to Ishu Gupta. Athar Naki. Aaja Athar bhai. This is the man of the match for the final. Congratulations, Ishu, on an excellent performance. Can I call upon Athar Dar to present the Best Bowler Award? And this year's Best Bowler Award goes to Surya of Mustangs. And the award is going to be collected by Lokesh Kalia, who's the owner of Mustangs. Next, I'm going to call upon Muhammad Abid of Aika to present the Best Batsman Award. And the Best Batsman Award goes to Ali Sheikh of Dallas Hellcats. And Bhavesh is going to come and collect his trophy.
Picture.
Can I call upon the president of NTCA, Anwar Shahabuddin, to present the MVP award for the tournament? And the MVP goes to Babar Arshad of GPCC. And now moving onwards to the medals and the trophy for the runners-up and the champions. I'm going to call upon Lavkesh Kalia to present the runners-up trophy. And the runners-up trophy goes to the owner of Dallas Knights, Kalyan. Can I have Kalyan come and receive the trophy? Thank you. And finally, I'm going to call upon. Okay. I'm going to call upon Mr. Shanawaz Shah and Raj, both board members of the Masters USA. And I'm going to request the entire squad, the 15 squad of Nexus, to come and receive their medals, their individual medals.
Come on, guys. Good job, Vishu.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
Recording.
And Fazia Basi, I want you to stay over here for a second. I would like Mr. Shanawaz and Raj to present the winner's trophy to the owner of Nexus, the winning team for this year. And if the squad wants to come and join them for a picture, please. Thank you very much, everyone. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you very much for showing up, and have a great night.
Thank you.